sensitivity turned up too much. Hot damn! It looks like dog shit, but I freaking did it! And I dipped my tungsten. But that's okay. It's still pretty freaking clean on the end here. We're gonna keep going. Now, I freely admit, I am not, oh, that's fucking hot. Good God. Dude, TIG gloves suck. I'm only a MIG and a stick welder. That's not, wow, this is really hot. Hold on, stand by. Wow. TIG gloves are not great for holding hot metal. Not a lot of oxidation, burn off on the ends. This is my first weld, which is, I mean, honestly, let's be frank, neither one of these look great. They both look like dog shit, but, I mean, for a first-time TIG welder, I don't know. They're shiny. Not a lot of, I guess it's called overspray. So, yeah. I think I got it, gents. That calls for a drink. And, yeah, a smoke of obsidian. What are they called? Obsidian black, obsidian maduro. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's delicious. It's oily. I love these things. I love this new welder. Like I said, I am not a TIG welder by any stretch of imagination. Ow, that's really freaking hot. Yeah, I just touched my elbow to that. Don't do that. All right. I bought this guy right here in November of 2025. It is now March 2026. I had to buy a bunch of stuff to make it work, like the generator you hear outside has less than 5% total harmonic, what is that, just THD, man, THD, less than 5% total harmonic displacement, damage, distortion, that's the one. I had to buy an extension cord so I can bring it outside of my shop, so it's not just booming in through my shop, and I've had that for a while. It was replaced in 2020, but I used to run that on my MIG machine. This AHP 225 XI, what a great machine. I mean, really. 1/8 inch aluminum, just regular shit that I had over there on my here. I got different shelves for different things. You can't see it because that giant piece of dead fucking tree carcass right there. Building some cabinets. But yeah, I mean, as a noob, I'm gonna call that a win. I am looking forward, very much forward, to learning how to use this thing on a day-to-day basis. All right, so first, in order to make this again, I went ahead and closed the garage door. I am seeing what does worry me a little bit here. Oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. I'm using a freaking iPhone XR with a cracked ass lens. Oh, well, no, the case is cracked, but this black line right here, that's just smuts. Let me see if I can see what you see. Stand by. So that black line looks like a crack, but it's not. It's just, I don't know, some smuts. Maybe that's where the old weld and the new weld kind of stuck together. But I mean, again, I'm a freaking noob, man. You can see yesterday when I was trying to dick around with the settings, and I had all the settings really wrong. And then I forgot 25 years ago when I was a welder, I got issued one of these guys that I never used because I never did TIG. I only did stick and MIG. So I redid all my settings, and I'm gonna put another, this is probably hotter than hell, but I'm gonna put another weld right there just to overlap this one to tie it into the plate that is hot. I'm just gonna tie that one into there, and then let's see what we got. But before we do, gotta go ahead and toast a new stogie. You gotta toast them before you light them. Just the slightest little kiss. Let that guy sit over there for a minute. Get your gloves back on. Reposition our sacrificial metal. Get a torch. Yeah, the end's not too buggered up. We're going to keep using it. Alright, so what did I learn? I learned that the tip is not as uniform as it should be, and therefore the weld profile was much broader and wider than I would really like. However, I do like the fact that along the sides here, you know what, I'll use metal to point, because the plastic pin is probably going to freaking melt. There's not a lot of that that ghost outline that you see on some welds. I'm not stacking coins. I'm not a professional, and there's a lot of deviation here. There's a divot. So yeah, if we look underneath, way too hot. Oh, that's really hot. Again, I mean, TIG gloves suck. I'm so used to doing stick and MIG, you know, where you got gloves that you can pick up red hot metal and you can hold it for multiple moments. These, they're not bad gloves. I'm not knocking the gloves. You know, they are what they are. They're built for a different engine profile than a supercharged V8 would be on a fucking drag strip. But man, I'm so used to being able to pick up freaking hot metal. I just can't do it with TIG gloves. So let's I don't know, should I bring the total amperage down as I'm using the foot pedal? So I got it set for 151 amperage right now. Let me move it down and block a 5 to, I don't know, 145. I'll be right back. So I went ahead and moved my amperage down to 145 on the machine, and I just want to show you that's a pretty round tip. I previously had it at a 30-degree angle. It was decently sharp. I did it on a belt sander that I have in my shop, but I've read and I heard that to really do it justice, you need to have a proper grinder. There's some people that say you don't need anything crazy or anything fancy or whatever, but oh, see, this is so much cooler than the metal I'm welding. I mean, I'm touching this with my hands. That's really weird. So that's back through there. I went ahead and sharpened both sides on my belt my belt sander. At the sharp side, yeah. So that's 30-degree angle. Put it back in there. So I mean, even the cup is really hot. This is so different, man. It's really unbelievably so different than MIG and TIG. I'm just measuring up the stick out here. Give me a second. I don't know. I'm just doing it. What scale is this? That's a 12th. Oh no, that's carpentry shit. So I don't know, like a quarter of an inch, roughly. I don't know if that's right, but yeah, it seems to be working well for me, so I'm going to go ahead and just use it until I learn something different. Hopefully you TIG welders out there will be able to tell me, Bo, you're doing it all messed up, man. You should be doing it X, Y, and or Z. Well, until I hear back from you guys, I don't really know. Again, I'm just plugging in numbers and seeing what works. I'm using this particular kind of electrode because I saw a few videos online that says they're pretty good, so I figured, why not? This morning I went ahead and ordered an actual TIG electrode or tungsten electrode grinder from Eastwood. They do a lot of auto body stuff, fabrication and so forth. So that's going to come in over the next few days or maybe weeks or so. I don't really know. I kind of live in BFE, so let's try this again. We're going to be welding over here to put a simple bead there. Nothing too extravagant. I'm just going to see if I can't just maintain it with the other end of the electrode that I ground earlier. right, so I got a very different result this time versus last time. I was operating more along the edge. So obviously that means that more heat's going to go to the edge and it's going to cause more burnout. We can see that the aluminum itself was a bit hotter, even though I dumped it from 151 to 145. Yeah, that also looks like dog ass. But I mean, today's day one, gents, and I've been repairing machines and equipment and systems and so forth for coming up on 4 decades. I'm just past the 30, I think 32, 33 mark. And I'm a firm believer in everybody has day one. Well, you're witnessing through the joy of a boob tube my freaking day one. So I'm not too pissed off about this. I'm gonna smoke this cigar over here and drink, I don't know, 7 or 8 more of these guys and keep dicking around with this fucking thing, and hopefully tomorrow I'll have something better to show you. Alright, so what I ended up doing is changing my amperage back to 150, but I did increase my frequency up a bit. I only want to change one variable at a time. So I believe in the last video I said I was going to change the amperage to 145 versus 150. I ramped it back up to 150. It seemed to work better that way on this 1/8" aluminum material. But I did change the hertz. I increased the hertz a wee bit. So let's see what it does. Where are my pliers? There they are. All right. All right, so what can we learn from this? Where is my metal poker? Right here. Very broad, not a lot of scaling on the outside. This right here, I actually got stuck. My lead hand, my welding hand, actually got caught on the bench over there. So I stayed there for quite a while. And I started putting a lot more filler in here, which seems to look okay. Again, you TIG welders out there, you can tell me the difference. This end area, I seem to have some kind of a end amperage setting on my machine that's causing the divot. See, we have a divot over there, we have a divot right there. I don't know how to correct that right now. So I would very much love it if anybody out there, everybody out there who knows how to do this stuff as a professional could make a suggestion on how to change my settings. I will show you what my settings are so that you can see for yourself. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if it's copacetic. I just don't know. So I'd very much like to hear from people out there who know, to teach me something. I'm 47 years old as of last week, and I had a staff sergeant back in the day who told me the day you stop learning is the day you start dying. And quite frankly, gents, I'm not ready to die yet, so I need to keep learning this shit and learning everything. I don't know, to me it just seems hot. It seems really freaking hot, and I don't have any control backwards and forwards going across that weld. I mean, it's, if I was a farmer it would be grade A okay, but I'm not a farmer. I'm a fabricator who's only known stick and MIG for 20 some odd years. I would love to hear what you guys have to think. Please, if anybody out there watches this video, critique me, seriously, and be constructive, and be harsh. I've got thick fucking skin, dude. I'm a damn Marine, right? So please help me out, and thank you very much for watching the video. I'm going to keep practicing over the next couple days and so forth. It'll be a while before I make another video, as usually, you know. I have lots of irons in the fire, as they say. But if you could help me out, I'd be greatly appreciative. We learn through others' mistakes, and I hope that somebody out there learns that even being a noob like this guy, you can technically weld with TIG. It's not going to be the best, but can you stick metal together? Yeah, you sure can. I appreciate you watching this. I really do. Please subscribe, and bear with me. I don't produce a lot of videos because I'm freaking busy. I got a lot of things going on, but I'll try to produce as many as I can. And now that I have this guy up and running, I fully expect to have a lot more videos coming out. So watch me make mistakes so that you don't have to make the same mistakes. All right? Have a great one. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you later. All right, so it's like an hour later. This is where I started earlier today. You can see that, yeah, I am not a great TIG welder. Am I melting metal? Yes. Do I have good penetration? Yes. Am I sticking metal to metal? Yes. I think this area right here is way too hot. This is the last one I did. A little bit cold right there. Didn't have good adhesion. But I mean, what I did do, however, is I drastically increased the frequency knob from about 50% as on the dial, 50%, not, you know, 50% as 50%, but I increased it by, like, I don't know, 20% more. I seem to be getting better results with the higher frequency. I still have it at 150 amps. I had it down to 145 in this area here, and I don't know, I thought I had more build-up better with the 150. So this is, again, 1/8 inch plate, so it's 0.125 inch thickness. I just seem to, I don't know, it feels better at 150. I have to move a little bit quicker, but with stick and MIG, I always welded very quickly anyways. Again, I would love to know what you gentlemen out there who do this every single freaking day, if you can look at what I've done. So we got, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 was my recent bead that I tried doing on this 1/8 inch aluminum. And what are we using here? We are using, electrode is 3/32, 4043. So now that you have all the particulars, all the details, again, gents, I really want to know this. I want to learn from you. Everybody has day one. I'm 47 freaking years old as of last week. This is my day one. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? Please leave it down in the comments. I will respond to your comments. I don't have a lot of videos out there. I'm not a YouTuber, but I use this platform. I actually use this platform to learn plumbing. And now I'm a plumbing foreman. So I want to teach others. I want to learn from others. It's a great platform if we use it as I think it was intended to do, is to show mistakes from others so that we can learn from them. And I've made a lot of mistakes here. I already know. I would love to know what you think. Please let me know. Later. So now I'm going to try it on steel. This is a ER 70 Sierra-2. I think that's what this says. There's no chance I can actually make the camera read the electrode, the filler rod that I'm using. So I'm going to try to, just on this base plate that I've had forever, I cleaned it up a little bit. I'm just going to try to simulate what I was doing on aluminum, just to test it out, because again, I'm a TIG, excuse me, I am a stick and MIG welder, and today is still day one. I'm just switching over to use steel. So let's see how this goes. It's probably going to go bad, but all right. So get my gloves on. All right, so steel is apparently completely different settings than, oh yeah, she's completely buggered. Steel is different settings than our aluminum. I've completely blunted the brand new tip that I just ground on there, and all I did was, let me see if I can detach this camera. That's what I did. So now I have to learn a new thing about how this works. TIG on steel. Apparently TIG on steel does not operate the same way as it does with aluminum. Luckily, I've got this handy dandy manual here that I'm going to have to review and definitely change some settings, maybe some arrangements. I don't know. So again, day one, yay.